Hello everybody, we're going to be making positive and negative shape collages today. And a collage is making artwork out of paper that is cut up into little shapes or designs and pasted or glued onto another flat surface. It's a French word that literally just means to cut and glue. Can you say that with me? Collage. Let's say that one more time. Collage. It's fancy French word for cutting and pasting. Today in our lesson, you are going to need a scissors, and I have some extra if you don't have any in your desk that we can share. You will also need a pencil. I also need you to grab, once we get going, not yet, I need you to grab 2 neutral colored pieces of paper. My neutral color was gray, but you can also choose black, brown, white, or gray like me. I also need you to choose 1 cool colored sheet of paper and 1 warm colored sheet of paper. And together, that is 4 sheets of paper. I'm going to give you a bit to grab all of those materials out. Alright, so for my 4 colors, I chose brown for one of my neutrals, my background. I went with white as my second neutral. I went with violet. This is a light violet, like a lavender, so you kind of can't tell in this lighting, but it's a violet. And I also chose red for my warm color. Violet was my cool color. All right. You're going to start with which paper is going to be your background. And it doesn't really matter which one is your background. It's totally up to you. For my background, I'm going to start with my neutral color, brown, and I'm going to fold this paper in half so that all of the corners are meeting, and I can form a nice crease across my page. I'm going to do that one more time, and once I have folded this twice, I can open it up. And I have 4 different boxes on my sheet. I'm going to do the same thing with my other pieces of paper. Alright, so I have folded up all of my pieces of paper. The 3, besides your background sheet, you're going to keep folded because you'll see why next. You are actually going to be cutting a shape out of this folded piece of paper. And you might be thinking, why would I want to do that? Why would I just not want to cut out of a full unfolded piece? Well, because when you cut out of a folded piece, multiple pieces are created. 1 for each box on your background sheet. Okay? I'm going to cut a shape that I'm going to first draw out, and I'm going to draw out an organic shape. And my organic shape, it really could be anything. Organic really just means not symmetrical, found in nature usually, sometimes curved, and kind of a made-up shape. So I'm going to do sort of like, I don't know, I'm going to just kind of make it up as I go, like a staircase shape with sort of a swoop and another kind of swoopy side and some points, and that is actually how it turned out. So that is my organic shape. Not a heart, not a square, not a triangle, kind of just a made-up shape, not equal on either side. So I'm going to cut out that organic shape that I just drew. I did mine in pen. You will do yours in pencil so that you can erase if you need to. And I kind of filled up my entire space on this first shape because we're going to do a little bit of overlapping. And if you remember, overlapping is just when you place one shape on top of another shape, or one item or object on top of another object. We did that overlapping exercise in a video a couple of weeks ago. Alright, so I've cut out my first organic shape. I think I mentioned this before, but I made it sort of big on my folded piece of paper because I really want the first layer of my design to fill up the most space so that when I overlap, I'm not covering the entire shape. So you'll kind of see that once we get started. But I'm going to lay down my shape so that it is the same in each box. I'm going to fast forward the video and show you how to do this with the other two pieces of paper, and so you can see how I overlap and I repeat the same process to create my 4 organic and geometric shape designs. Here we go. Alright, well I have finished my design. It's kind of hard to see, so I'll try to hold it back. So this is my repeating organic and geometric shape design, and I do have both organic and geometric shapes. Can anybody tell me or guess what part is the geometric shape? What do you think? The geometric shape actually is the heart, because the heart is symmetrical. It's the same on both sides. The only little interesting part that I added is the cutout inside of my heart, which is also geometric. So there you go. I have 2 organic shapes and 1 geometric shape. Technically 2 because of the miniature heart. But that is my finished repeating organic and geometric shape collage.